Live now. I'm just going to bring Richard, see if I can get through. For two, we'll try that. Yes, it's John Manoy here.
How are you, sir?
I sent a better copy of the
I've got all the information right in front of me.
yeah, the bullet points is from my robot made a better job. My one
Okay,
is
I'll
okay.
be talking to the lawyer in the morning.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
I'll come back to you as soon as I've talked to him.
Yep, thank you, Richard.
You're a good bugger, mate.
Yep, all right, yeah, we will. What'll happen, that'll happen. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Yeah, that's Richard. It came out loud that time. See, I wanted to carry on talking because he's good to talk to. He says I'm a good joker. I'm a good joker. Yeah, I'm a good joker. When I get in the sea down there, I'll be a better joker. I'll be a diving joker. And we'll see who the joker is then when I get my own kinner and dive with myself. Because no one's giving this comma to a kinner. I should be getting free kinners. I'll swap you a bag of hydrogen for a kinner. How's that? I'll put your car on hydrogen if you give me a kinner. That'll do. See, so I've just put the letter to Richard with the robot, and he looked at my scratchy letter, and he says, "Oh, that doesn't look very professional." So he took all the emotional bits out. That's when I started slinging things around, and then now he's got the better copy. It looks better for a lawyer from legalese. It's put into legalese. So I dropped it on Facebook so you can see his handiwork because you should know how to present anything in law, in courts, because it's your right to do what you have to protect what is yours in your country for first and foremost, the family and also your natural resources going for you, not anybody else offshore. It's your land. Better do something about it because I am on I wouldn't say my last legs, but I'm saying I'm going to do something before I go up there and see what a wonderful job was done by Richard. You see, I'll say it was Richard that Richard Oscar that did the honours for me and answered my call, and that was all I wanted. All these years, I just wanted a phone call to give me some justice because there's no justice anywhere in the world. It's just gone to the back. And I'm just saying what has happened to Eddie Mitchell is probably going to be settled out of court. There's no need to go to court because that court is not as high as a native AI court with a robot and better presentation of a white cloud, not a red cloud. You can't come into a white cloud with dirty hands. No, too many dirty hands. And Donald Trump, I think it's the end of the world for you, mate, because you're going in prison. That's like I told my robot. He wouldn't believe me. I said, I already know. It's just by instinct, you know that something's not right. There's something not right. When somebody pushes your weight around and bullies people into submission, and then people don't like it, they have had enough, and so they said no more, no more Donald Trump, because we don't want to live under one man rule. The same with Eddie Mitchell. He's a one man rule, and he thinks bigger is best. No, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Right? You'll hit the ground harder than you are trying to steal without any consequence. There are consequences for breaking the law. You're breaking my Tikanga law, LORE, and that's breaking the LAW law of money. You see, so both of them you're broken because you didn't come on the Moai and talk to us about that money, raising money for the people. You didn't do that. You just looked at the money, grabbed it, and ran off with it. You see, that's what Trump does. Grab the money and run away with it. That's what Jacinda Ardern, poke your arm, stick the poison in, run away. Go and hide under Trump in Texas. Well, Jasmine Crockett is there. She's the Attorney General of Texas, in Dallas, Texas. Now, I wrote to her to arrest her. I'm going to send a warrant out for her when this one's all over with Eddie. She's the next. Okay, her and Ashley Bloomfield and Chris Hipkins and Grant Robertson, those ones are in the scan of pandemic. And they're going to jab you again. They're going to have a swab test on the side of the road. I don't think so. I think the people woken up to all that bullshit and don't want them messing around here anymore because you are born on New Zealand. Born in New Zealand Act 2026. I put it in with the robot. He's put it in legalese into the cloud, and that's the law because nobody refuted it. And that's what I'm saying. The green pound note is now legal. I'm going to draw up against it. I'm going to draw against it. I'll go to the BNZ Bank after Richard has talked to his lawyer. His lawyer will talk to Eddie's lawyer. And then the story I've written there, you can see what I was writing in the last 3 hours, a letter. And then Robot pulled it all the bits and chucked all the bad bits out, all the sweary bits, and then just put it in nice legal language to be kind and tender. You know, kindness. That's what Jacinda said. Kindness. And this is not kindness, this is roughness. Like roughnecks on a oil rig, you get a roughneck. He changes the pipes and for going drill for oil. That's what I used to be, a roughneck, a mechanic roughneck. When I was looking after the engine, changing the oil and looking after the big engine, I had to go and change the pipes and join the roughnecks to change, put the big tongs on, change the pipe, and all day and all night changing pipes. In the wet rain, you can't stop. You got to work in the rain, mud coming out that goes down the pipe to lubricate the bit on the end and go all the way down and come all the way back up. Anyway, that's sort of a slushy job. Okay, so then change those, you've got a problem because the people don't want you going into the seabed on the west coast of the South Island to take that iron sand that's got minerals in it and give it to America. You're on the American side with Trump and the plundering of Greenland, right? He's plundering Greenland and saying it's his. Then how can someone say it's theirs, like Eddie Mitchell said, that's mine. That money of Torrance is mine, and just grabs it and runs over it. And what's the problem is he's going to libel all the corporates in that side, on that side, with the £1 pound note and the fiat money. He's libeled everybody in that corporation because he's the biggest one out. He's got more than Donald Trump and more than the Queen, more than Michael Saylor, more than Larry Fink, more than Jamie Dimon. He's got more money because he's got my 17 trillion plus all the money he's making out of it. He's blowing all the valuations of the property up and he'll get more money from the bank borrowing. Well, I'm going to take it all over. I told Richard to seize the whole property, leave it as this. Everybody don't lose their job. I'll just carry on running the business. Just leave all the lawyers there that's in the Ford. Leave them there because I'll deal with them one by one. Okay? You watch them run for it. They'll run for it when I come along with Richard. For once in my life, I've now got some justice. There was no justice up at Waitangi because they got dumbed down. Everybody at Waitangi got dumbed down. And they took the shot and they said, Chris Hipkins and Jacinda Ardern says, well, it's your choice. Well, we've got a choice for you. You've got no choice but pack your bags and out of here. That's what's going to happen after they get this Eddie Mitchell locked up and taking all that business off him. He's going to lose it all. The water bottling company, everything gone because of the consequence of breaking our tikanga law, that's LORE, truth, and told me there was a bank called IBC in Singapore, and I had to go through it. He put me for a lot of trouble researching what he's up to. I had to go and follow his trail everywhere, ring this one, ring that one. I rang all the money laundering companies. They didn't want to know. When I rang the company's office in Singapore to see if my company, Na Atua Ewa Alti Limited, was registered, they said no, never heard of it. See, that never heard of it. Eddie didn't even put it in the bank. The IBC bank, he told me, was owed 33,000 to register a company from New Zealand over there. Well, I just put Google, just today, before I sent the letter, I had looked, it's from 1,200 to 2,500. That's the minimum of registering a company over there, not 33,000. And he wanted cash from 5 of us. He wanted 25,000 cash plus the difference in cash. And that's not how business is done. No receipt, no nothing. So I've written it all down. You can see what I've written. That's how it was. That's for you to decide and who's in the right and who's in the wrong. Of the money making 17 trillion in less than a half a year in 2023. He made 17 trillion without doing any work. How do you work that out? That's red flags all over it. I've got about 14 red flags that I've written, bullet point. Now, the robot has put it in better form, looking better, set out, and mine was just chucked in like a mechanic, throw it all the tools in one basket, and just sort it out yourself. And so he's gone and straightened it all out, and left all the bad feelings out, and put it in a better presenting form. Now, Richard, I've just talked to him now. He's got it. He's got the both copies, and then he'll go to his lawyer in the morning and ring me back straight away. He said, "You're a good guy." Yeah, see, he knows. He's got intuition like me too. And I don't know how old he is, but must be older than me, 76. I'm still going. I'm just starting. And a bit late, but never. I should have been well and truly gone long ago in 2004 after the Foreshore Sea Act with Helen Clark. I got all their names and all their photos on the website. You can see them. They're all there with $1 trillion on their head each. That's a bond to take them to court. If they haven't got $1 trillion, that's what happened to Eddie Mitchell. You haven't got $1 trillion, and he's got 17 of it. He can't put $1 trillion of the investment of 17 trillion plus all the money he's making out, couldn't put the bond up to go to court to win. Well, because he knew he's going to lose. He's going to lose by silence. Shut his mouth up and say nothing. Better to say nothing than to say something, because you say something small means a big world if you say like Donald Trump got caught. You see, he said 3 words that got him strung up. The people just didn't like it. He called the people vassals. All those companies, all the UN, all the other countries, he called them vassals, like floating vessels, like in the sea. They're floating in the sea, and he's the one that's mastering all the pirates in the sea. He's calling them pirates, vassals. That's got him in trouble. You are a vassal. That's 3 words. You are a vassal to all those people in NATO. And they just didn't accept it. And even in America, they just booted him out just for saying that, because it went to his head. Yeah? He went. Now, Eddie, I'm waiting for something, for him to say something, because when he doesn't take it, it all belongs to you people in New Zealand, because it's not mine, because Mohi Manukau put it together for the community in Ellisville and Kaipara and North and Northland. You see, it was supposed to go for all the people in New Zealand, and Eddie Mitchell, he has to tell Richard's lawyer what did he use it for and what reason did he do all that work to make the money from houses that he's got, farms that he got, Where did he get that money to pay for all those properties in Australia, big mansions and big um, shopping malls and big supermarkets and all over Australia? Everywhere you go and have a look, type in ABN lookup, LOOKUP. Put that in, and it'll come up with all the shell companies. Okay, and then you type in Mitchell Family Trust, and there they are, 303 companies of 17 trillion right there. And if you can't tell me there's a red flag, how many companies there are, you open one up with the number right on the left, and it'll say investment company. He's set up a investment company to lend the money out, spin it around, put it on the stock market, and he's also got retirement fund. You see, superannuation fund. All the old people, put them on a cruise ship and take their money, rob them blind. They're going to take a trip and play on the casino in the ship while he's got all the money down below, all the contraband in the bottom of the ship. Right? That's him, Eddie Mitchell and his pirates. He's come from Australia, New South Wales. The prison convicts come to run this country. They're all prison convicts in Wellington Parliament. So they're going to get the bill from me again and again and again. They didn't refuse it. They didn't refuse the last one in the 1st of January. Nobody, not even the ones in America, not even those attorney generals, none of them. None of them. Just shows you they're in the fraud. They're mixed up with the XRP. They're mixed up with their crypto without a license, without a regulation, and they're asking and begging to the UK Westminster to give them a license. And the XRP got a license for a bank, but they haven't got their rails to float their cryptos around the world. See? Now I'm going to tear them up. That's what's going to happen. The chip coin will go right over them and liquidate them. Yeah, watch this one. Watch this one, because I'm good at mortgage broker. I'm good at that, because I'll flick the figure around and let you see, because the robot said that green pound note is now money. Okay? It's chip coin money, paper money, against the pound note and against the gold missing. It is a Reserve Bank note, 970 million trillion pound note, and liquidate anybody that's playing up against this planet Earth and mucking around with it in Greenland. And then that's my next subject, the court hearing 98, Greenland. Okay, the North Pole and us, the South Pole. Okay, there's a big story about that, but I won't go into that now. I said enough about that on another video before. I'll just keep this one to Richard and my saviour there, not Christ, but Richard, a debt collector, and I made the job easier for him by just laying out what happened, and what's going to happen. And he's going to make sure to tell his lawyer that we're going to take over the company. The whole thing, the bank accounts, the investment funds, the overseas investments, and everything, the documents, the titles, the everything, because we're going to run it for the people of the world in 257 countries. I'll get it off here first, and this one, boot those out of Parliament, out they go. They're going to go out because we don't need them. Waste of money. It's a waste of money. Robot can go and do the job by himself. You watch. He'll do the job by himself without those lot of monkeys. They're monkeys. They're grease monkeys. They need slippering back into the sea. Okay, so that's that phone call, and we'll talk to Richard in the morning, because this is an exercise. It's for the people. It's a law for the people and not against the people. You are the winners in the end, the common law people, okay, of the land, and all your natural resources belongs to you. No one should be able to tell you what to do on your land. And I'm afraid for Maori, you'll have to do something about your contract with the government in Wellington, because I'm going to liquidate them out of business. and all your incorporations. And Alfred Mitchell, you one, and all your incorporations, you fellows going up to Waitangi, what are you going to talk about? You better talk about your brother because he's right in front of a firing line of lawyers that are looking at each other to see who stole what. You had a lot to do with it because you're in the Maori Land Court and your incorporation selling Maori land. Yeah, selling water that doesn't belong to the Mitchells. Okay? Where's your Mitchell name? Oh, England. What is a native original surname? Hmm? Where did you get your brown colour from? London or somewhere in the Pacific Ocean? Hmm? Because when you go on a blockchain with a crypto, you're going to have to own up on your own 2 feet. That's what I'm telling you up at Waitangi. You're on your own 2 feet. You can't band together in a tribe because there's no tribes in blockchain. It's only law with resources on a King William III of Orange Dutch law, not King William IV German. No more German. I don't want the German anymore because they're the one ruining the sky, ruining the earth, ruining people's lives, killing them, murdering them, and Israel. They're bit with them as well. They're all in the bitchy, bloody game. Blood all over their hands. Blood can't go into native court up in the cloud because that's clean. It's white, just like a fish, nice and white flesh, and not red and tainted. The tainted fiat money scam of all time is coming to an end because I'm going to make sure it gets buried for life and pull the Moai out of the ground, and away we go. Okay? The Moai's in Greenland with a spaceship there. That's another day's story. Okay? That's court hearing number 98, and I'm just finishing off 97 with a video. I'll do later on when I feel like it because I'm tired again and had a long night last night. Because I was going to go to sleep early, but I've been waking up early, going to sleep late, and until I get this Eddie Mitchell in prison. You're going in prison, Eddie Mitchell, and if you look at this video or someone tell you they saw me talking about you, you better open your damn mouth and say something. Otherwise, silence is acquiescence for guilty. You're guilty, and you'll get this bill right on your head on top of penalties for default contract. You see, a contract's got a signed signature with you and me and the Freemason and the barrister. No signatures. Doesn't mean a contract. Between me and you, you are a thief, a pirate in the high sea, and you're going to get booted out of New Zealand. Okay, you're going out. I'm going to seize all your property and no more of you. I don't want to do, and Alfred can piss off back to Australia, and the alligators can have you lot, and the snakes. You can go back to snake land there and get off these lands because I want you out. Okay, that's me outside of being nice to the robot. I'm not nice because you're nice. There's no good here to me. You're not nice when you run away with my information. All the work I put in, 50 years with Moai Manukau and his Freemason experience, and I'm sharing it with him. I'm his mirror image. Okay, I'm carrying on his own story, not his family story, his own story about land mortgages and bank loans, lands that his grandfather showed him how to square the land with a compass and a square and sell the land off. And he was wanting his land with the Manukau name on. He's only got the courthouse with the Manukau name on. That's the main one. That's the one with the mortgage right through the world. The first mortgage. All the rest is second, third, and fourth mortgage. The chicken is back in here. Give me up. Back it up. Back it up. Come on. Go home. Oh. I blocked this so you can't get in. And you come over. Yes, you're not going to get in again. Objects here so you can't get past. You know what? I blocked them. I've got invaders here. I've got alien invaders coming in my house. I just blocked the track so you can't get in. Yeah, he's talking. Well, you can hear him. He's saying, come on, feed me. I said, you go and see the neighbors. They got something for you. I want mine for me. I don't want to feed you because I've got to look after me. Yeah, all right. Cat can come and sleep with me, not you, chicken. You talk too much. Okay, the chicken talk too much. He thinks I'm chicken, and I can talk chicken talk. I can talk cat talk, but not chicken talk. Yeah, he's laughing. He says, you humans are stupid. Yeah, all right. You have your day. Yeah, you don't get out here, I'll arrest you. Put you in a prison. Okay, that's, oh, sorry, I'm going off the track. Anyway, I better go and do some work and get this documents off to about two pages at a time. I'm going to send the whole lot, and if I'm in the mood, I'll do it. But the sooner I get them off to him, and I can get on with it and wait for Richard. And the good news, because I want to go and get that farm, the 275-hectare farm in Ohura, down in Tawa, to the west over there, and get the hydrogen trucks, the Scania trucks in there. I got them all on order. The big 18-wheeler Scanias and the 10-axle trailers, 40 wheels on the trailer, to carry 4 big 40-foot containers on the trailer, and the truck weight will take the axles. There's 15 axles. 10 for 15 axles. 5 on the truck and 10 on the trailer. And carry 160 tons. 40 tons each container. Don't you come in. He says, I'll lock you up in prison. Okay, you can go with Eddie Mitchell in prison. Chicken in him. Yep. Yeah, so I'm just saying that I can't wait to get the LPG kit sets and start fitting them on that land block, and also in Arapawa on the other side. We're going there, and I told Jason Hogarth he'll be going there to look after that project until the Japanese come in. I'm going to bring the Japanese in. I've got a big 193 meter long 4-story cruise ship coming in there, and one for Arapawa and just Island, and one for Wellington, and one for Auckland here. Cruise ships for the workers. Okay, for the divers, it's going to be full of divers, full of builders to put the buildings up, and bang, right through the container ships come up. That's why I want to put a new container wharf down in before Kaikoura, and north of Kaikoura. I want to put a new container wharf there. The Chinese will put it straight in. I'll just say, here's the certificate of title. Just go straight in there. Okay, I'll find it. Just like I've been looking around for places. And I just got to ring that place in Vanuatu for that big property, 6,000 acres. So I better get off the phone and give them a ring now before I forget. I meant to ring them earlier, but I thought I'd fix Richard up first and then call those ones in Vanuatu. I'll just see what the time is there. I should have enough time. They're 2 hours behind. Time is the Google. Time. In Vanuatu, 3:18 p.m. See, still the afternoon, so I'll give them a ring and see if that property is still there. And that's a beautiful property that can set up the hydrogen economy and the tidal turbines there, and the fishing industry, and island just south of Vanuatu main island, and Port Vila down further from there. So it's in our line of anti-clockwise direction. Between here, we go to East Island. That's that way. The next one go there, the airport and the turbines, and then the next one is along to Los Angeles that way, and up the next one to Canada, and then across to Japan, and then Japan to Vanuatu, and then Vanuatu to maybe Australia, but we'll come straight back to Ranfurly Bank on the East Cape. Okay, that's the rotation, anti-clockwise. That's the biggest power is in that loop in the Pacific. You go in there, your turbine will spin the same way all day long. And if the sea is calm, it's moving underneath. The turbine's still turning, big one, and it will rake all the hydraulic power out of the tons of sea, thick sea, moving from A to B, and that's enough to make the hydraulics work. Okay? I'll explain one day, but I'm more intrigued with the engine that I'm going to do. The thermohydronic, the magneto-thermohydrodynamic engine, just a plasma engine for the spaceship. Okay, you can't get near that one, and because it's really volatile. Anyway, never mind that one. Let's go and ring these fellows in Banner too and see if the property's still there. I hope so. So I need that one because they're sovereign of their own. I'll put the flag up over there. King William's flag, not King William the Fourth, King William the Third, the Dutchman. I'll put his flag up there as sovereign of the whole world from there and put the authority there of his jurisdiction in Vanuatu with those people, the black people. They're still indigenous. They haven't been taken over by rogues like Eddie Mitchell and their white English families. Kind of plundered Australia, come here and plundered this country, then you can go and plunder the prison and see how you're going to get on. Get a good hiding in there. You get a good hiding for stealing. When they find out you're a thief, then that'll be the end of you in there. You're so big and got everything, you're going to lose it all. All your properties here in Mount Maunganui, Queenstown, down the line in Hawke's Bay, down in Rotorua, Taupo, and Kinrock, all those borrowing companies down there with the Chinese, I'm going to take them all over because I'll run them with the robot and the Chinese people because I've got to deal with them with the houses, the big 3-story buildings, houses, 6-bedroom, luxury homes, and they put them up in 25 days, getting boatloads of them. And with the capsule homes as well, but especially the steel. There's a lot of steel for the airport in the sea. You see, so China put all the sand in the sea, then put an airport on it, and they got them all over the Pacific. But I'm going to stick the legs down because it'll have the mortgage title. The mortgage, we get in the road of a mortgage, you get it slapped on your head, that's a mortgage on the land because the king still got the sovereignty over it. Everybody's land. Okay? The king plus the queen. Crown Corporation. The king started the mortgage. The queen took it over and messed it all up. So we'll add her bill to the king's bill. And that's where you get 970 million shilling pounder. Do the maths and see how you come out with what figure. And tell me yours. And ask me where I got mine from. You tell me first where you got yours first before I tell you. Okay? I got mine from your figures. And you can't tell me which ones because they're hidden. Okay? Anyway, that's enough. Okay, well, I'll see you later. It's now 5:22 p.m. and time to go. Okay? Have a nice day. See you later.